On boxing, one of the legends, one of the sages. You know, more than that, Lou. One of the credible, when you talk about Lou Duva, you talk about a guy that's respected and has credibility. You got to love that.
Well, I love that because, and I try and teach my fighters the same thing. I mean, it's not so much in the ring, but it's outside the ring. You got to act like a gentleman. You got to know what you're doing.
You know, Lou, and you got into boxing because of your brother.
That's right. My brother, my son, my daughters, my whole family's in boxing, and I'm going to stay in boxing until I got to get out of here.
Yeah, well, the boxing ain't going to let you go no place, no doubt about it. You know, Lou, you look back, Pernell Whitaker, Mark Breland, Evander Holyfield, guys who carried themselves like champions outside the ring, which is part of the Duva mark.
That's right. Absolutely. There's nobody as good as any of these here guys. Pernell is a good guy. Evander Holyfield, you can't get a better guy than him, a better representative of boxing. He's good inside the ring, and he's perfect on the outside the ring.
Lou, everybody's raving about this guy, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Is the kid that good?
I think he's good, but I think he's a good fighter. But who knows? I mean, somebody's got to come along and fight him, and somebody's going to beat him. But at least he's keeping boxing going. As the best boxer, pound for pound. So.
Mm-hmm. Lou, your assessment of De La Hoya. Has De La Hoya lived up to all the exposures that been?
No, he's more of a businessman, and I think he should be a singer, play guitar, and he's good. He's a good businessman, and he's done a good job since he left the Olympics, But he's picking his spots right now, and I think he's got another fight or two left in him. He ain't gonna fight too much longer.
Was Roy Jones Jr. as good as he was supposed to have been?
No, he wasn't as good as Roy. I think they took it away from him. They made him get into too many things. He was a rapper. He was a basketball player. He was everything else but a fighter. He stopped fighting. When he stopped fighting, that's when he got in trouble.
Okay, I think a guy that we can say was a pretty good fighter, Sugar Ray Robinson.
The best pound for pound. Nobody was as good as he was.
Lou,
he could do it all.
He could do it. Lou, how you feeling?
Good shape.
You look great.
Thank you.
Mr. Duva, it is always a pleasure to see you. God bless you.
Here's one of my fighters here.
Come on in, bring him in.
Oscar Diaz.
Come on, Oscar. Oscar Diaz. Hey, Oscar.
He's fighting on May 14th on ESPN.
June 14th.
Okay,
yeah.
now what weight is he, Lou?
Welterweight. And he'll be fighting Chris Smith. Good tough fight on ESPN.
Lou, now what do you like about him, Lou? What was it in him that you saw?
That not only is he a good fighter inside the ring, but he's a gentleman and he's a good citizen on the outside of the ring. He listens. He's part of my family.
That's another word, Lou. Yeah. Family. That's always been important to you with your fight, hasn't it?
Whether it be Evander, whether it be Pernell Whitaker, they were all part of my family.
Tucker didn't matter. It had to be family.
Absolutely. It had to be family.
Young man, now what got you into boxing?
I love to fight. It's always been in me. And my dad put me in there and said, you want to try it? Well, let's go out there. And he didn't want me to run in the streets. So he put me in here and do something positive.
How'd you beat Mr. Duva?
One day I was in the gym and he was out in San Antonio. He brought some pros and I sparred with one of them. And ever since then, he's been keeping an eye out on me.
Oh, he did a pretty good job with those pros, Lou?
Yeah.
Did that tell you something?
Yeah, that's right. Let me jump on this guy right away.
Doc Stanley working on boxing. Gentlemen, it don't get any better. Marion, always letting the better man you emerge victorious. He always did it. Lou Duva. Doc Stanley working on boxing with Lou and his future champion.